Fire one more pancit. On back, Kiki of one dinaguan.
Step through the door of the Musang restaurant in Seattle's Beacon Hill, and you'll be greeted by the warm and welcoming aroma of Filipino cooking. Stay for dinner,
Ube has a really nice, delicate, like almost nutty flavor.
and you'll discover the sweet, sour, and salty flavors this restaurant is known for.
There's a lot of Filipino roots in Beacon Hill, a lot of Filipino families that still live in Beacon Hill. My dad immigrated here, so for me, there was no other place that we wanted to exist.
One kare, one fish, two.
My dad was an amazing cook and was always like, you need to know the importance of Filipino food because you're Filipino. I had a really good childhood eating a lot of great Filipino food with a lot of influence from him and my mom as well.
And it's gonna be your beef short rib kare-kare, has a savory peanut butter sauce with shrimp base, also some vegetables as well.
During college, I ended up working in the restaurant industry as like a server, a hostess, bartender. I just fell in love with the industry in itself, the camaraderie. So I ended up going to culinary school in Florence, which was an incredible, life-changing experience.
Next, Melissa had the opportunity to work in New York, where she gained additional knowledge and experience.
My family's here, and so I just wanted to come home, and I think it was 8 years that I was gone.
After several years of doing pop-ups around town, Melissa was ready to take the plunge. And in 2020, Musang opened, right before the pandemic hit.
We've always said that we weren't just a restaurant space, but we're a community-driven space.
So Musang became a community kitchen, serving hundreds of meals a day to local residents before gradually reopening 15 months later.
8 birthdays in-house tonight, which is about 30% of our tables.
It's a home, it's warm, the kitchen's there, so you see us. It's just like a special place.
The dinner rush is just starting to kick into gear.
When we first opened, it was super important to have the menus in Tagalog first. And it's because we want people to learn our language.
So I did a sing at Gang Chips, the Lukang Shanghai.
Yep.
I'm really lucky that my team here in the front and my team in Kilig are so invested in learning about Filipino food that in their excitement of learning new knowledge, they get to share that with the guests.
We'll start off with the babinka and then the kabibi alavar, the scallops, and then we'll throw that pancit noodles on there as well. That'll be your first course. Everything else will be that second course for you.
2 things on the menu right now that are definitely influenced by my dad and my lola. There's a dish called the adobong pusit pancit, which is a squid ink adobo dish. And another dish is our short rib kare-kare. Kare-kare is traditionally made with oxtail. It takes a long time. There's a lot of love. And that one is just like very nostalgic of my lola and my family.
While Filipino food is gaining the recognition it so richly deserves, it wasn't always that way.
Growing up as a Filipino American, like being a chef or being in the food industry isn't necessarily like something you can be proud of. It's like you gotta be a doctor, you gotta be an engineer.
Filipino food wasn't respected either. It was seen as being a fusion of Chinese, Spanish, and American influences rather than its own authentic cuisine.
And so I think for me, another part of the experience of Musang is how do we give value to our food? How do we help give that kind of pride and value for our parents to understand and see their food on this platform? We have all worked for other chefs, Italian chefs, French chefs, Japanese chefs. Why hasn't there been a place for like us to come and hone our craft and share our food and share our stories? The restaurant industry is tough, really tough, and it's hard to find places that will like take care of you and mentor you. And I think that for me it was important to create more opportunities for people who look like me.
Her goal of expanding and being more visible in the community led Melissa to open a second restaurant, Kilig, in the Chinatown International District. It was important to Melissa to be in the CID, a neighborhood where Filipino Americans' contributions were historically overshadowed.
Growing up, I came with my dad a lot, and we'd have like Sunday brunches with my whole family down the street at Hong Kong. And so when this opportunity came up, it was like, we have to be representing Filipinos in the ID. And we just wanted to showcase like another side of the Philippines. So like very bright, feels like you're at the beach or hanging out. The food here is just definitely like more comfort. I just want people to come in, bring their families.
Want to say hi? The thing we really hope for is that people walk away with a memorable experience, and that's like what Filipino hospitality is about.
We're gonna go to table 7.
Zach, fire one more pancit.
Yes, thank you. It's going good. Welcome in. Thank you. All right. So I'm Phil. I'll be your server.
Watch CityStream Tuesday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or find us anytime online at seattle.gov.